right, go for it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I already started.
Quit fucking around.
Shit.
Should I pause it? Should I stop?
He's not even ready. He's not even dressed.
Pull your pants up.
Yeah. Oh my. Hey. Whoa. Welcome to the Ascertainers. We were just trying to see if you guys were paying attention. I believe this is going to be episode 16, Sweet 16.
Woo!
That's pretty impressive.
Throw a party.
Mark can't even count to 16 without an extra set of hands or feet. Mark's missing some toes. I think everybody knew that. We are the Ascertainers. I am Jim. Going to mix up the order. That is Mark.
Hello, everyone. Sorry.
This is episode 2 of we're recording 2 in one night, and we continue to have one of our top 3 favorite guests. Charlie is with us here.
I'm back.
How many guests have we had again?
He'll be our third.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
That makes sense then.
But our 5th episode with a guest.
And I will say, I have to do a little full disclosure. It's quite embarrassing because it just is. It's been recently discovered since the end of the last recording and this one is that we have at least 2. What would you call them? Moles
vermin?
Or voles, or they're not mice.
It's not a mouse.
One of them is like the size. He looks like literally like a tennis ball. Like
no tail.
Short tail.
Yep.
I think those are moles.
Yeah, the voles have no eyes, right? Correct?
Moly.
I can't say I'm a small animal expert.
You're not a small. Well, we all know Mark is,
But I see
that's
him.
for a whole different reason. Mark didn't recognize him with his claws intact. He likes to take those off. Anyway, we have at least 2 unnamed rodents or unidentified rodents running around my basement as we record this. So, what if they're like mean and they start attacking us? They pick us off one by one.
You know what?
I just hate that you guys are making me turn my head like dicks.
Shouldn't we?
Because you both turn, I'm like, and it's like, no.
Shouldn't we name them?
Yeah, we should name them.
Like Anchorman. This is...
Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, are you talking about Dr. Kenneth Noisewater?
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Oh, the Octagon.
That's his penis.
Yeah, and he names his testes. One is Dr. Kenneth Noisewater, and what's the other one?
Oh, I can't remember.
And well, some little homework. All 10 of our listeners are screaming, that name. Anyway, Charlie, say hi.
Hello.
Charlie's one of my neighbors, not Mark's anymore. Used to be Mark's neighbor when Mark lived here too, but Mark had to go.
Right. And hello, everyone.
Oh, I thought you already did that.
I don't think I did, but did I?
Yeah, I think so.
It's your podcast, buddy. You can do it as much as you want. That's what you told me to say.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
I'll do that at minute 30. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Mark.
Hey, when did Charlie get here? There's a mouse. There's a hawk. I think the easiest answer is I should just get a hawk.
Oh.
Do you think?
Yeah, or get the neighbor's parrot down here to hunt it.
Do parrots hunt meat?
I don't know. We could find out.
That would be so fucking cool.
That would be
I
scary.
think a parrot would just mock it. Hey, pet boy, get over here. I can't do it. I don't do impressions.
So the rodent's just breaking down, crying, and going, all right, I'll leave.
Yeah, he's like
leave.
running into the wall as fast as he can. He's trying to fashion a noose out of a little corn husk. Why have that? By the way, there's so much stuff to noose down here. Look at all the wires I got. So anyway, Charlie's never been in my basement as far as Mark knows, and or Charlie's family. But we're in this little corner of my basement that has a lot of like dead amps and live guitars and PA stands and a Buzz Lightyear poster and all kinds of shit. It's just kind of a rando spot. Mark likes it. He thinks it.
10 guitars, at least.
A lot of guitars, yeah.
We got a
And
couple.
amps and the hi-fi system that we use for the radio game.
Hi-fi, lo-fi, any-fi is okay with me. That's from a song, and I wish I could tell you who sang it. But it's, probably, my shitty underrated bands. Charlie likes one of my underrated bands.
I do. You mentioned it the other day.
Yeah.
Live. Big fan of Live.
Yeah, so what do you think?
Oh, see.
What do you think of that?
Wow, because I was slamming him
you were
about that.
slamming. I
Yeah, it
noticed
was.
that, yeah.
Well, it's because you fear the unknown, which should scare the shit. Every day should scare the shit out.
No, yeah, I don't like the, teenagers scare me. New things scare me. So
You did. You said that on the golf course today. Is that because of all the restraining orders, or why is that the teenagers are?
No, they just pick on old people like me, and they just kick me down and make fun of me. Kick my cane from out under me, and start falling down, and
Mark, get new knees. You're gonna wait until you don't even. You're gonna have like 3 weeks with your new titanium knees, and then you'll be dead. So why don't you just get them and get it over with and enjoy your life?
well, see now, whenever I get them, I'm dead because you just said that.
I might kill you before you get him if you keep with his attitude. There's. I mean, it's just weird that you're like this, hon. You know that there's a thing that everybody gets. You know people with what do you call them? Replacement knees. What are those called?
You know, our guest is so young. He doesn't
Cadaver
have to.
tendons.
He doesn't have to hear this old people talk.
He's old-ish.
Yeah, I'm old-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's.
He's young.
I'm the youngest person in the room.
I don't see. It's really not.
Well, I think
saying
I
much.
think it's safe to say that your age starts with a 4.
Mhm, yeah.
Got the 40s, 50s, and 60s represented, Mark. You're the 60s.
Oh my god, you are in the 60s. Remember the math from the last episode?
No. No, that's not a lie either. I don't remember.
But he has no gray hair, and that's
Yep,
making me
it's true.
angry.
It's because his oldest kid's 9. Wait till the kid gets his license. Then we'll see a couple
true.
sprouting.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
to go on to music now.
yeah.
I don't know why I'm driving this.
I
but
kind of want to, before you go hard into that, we each added 3 bands. We're going to win this radio game. So I want to say the bands that we added, and I want to do a quick check-in with the radio and see if anybody won.
okay, do it.
Okay, so the new list is Charlie, our guest, CCR. I'm throwing in both episodes, so 6 bands for Charlie. It's going to be like,
We can't miss.
we really should start naming the bands that it won't be, and then we can you get everybody else. He's got CCR, Steve Miller Band, Van Halen, Aerosmith, REM, and AC/DC. Gotta be a winner in there. Mark has Meatloaf, Steppenwolf, Gary Wright, not the comedian, Quarter Flash, fits that dude, I swear to God. Chicago and Alice Cooper. Yours truly has Molly Hatchet, Hart, Stevie Nicks and All Associated Acts, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh, I didn't think about the Stevie.
Oh, you do have a
pivot there. Saga and the Pretenders. So, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. If it's a commercial, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
The other night, I went down the rabbit hole of watching 80s music on videos.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yep. You too.
Have you done that where you just started watching music?
Pat Benatar. Oh, fuck! Another one of those things is running around.
I think that's the same one.
Come on! What in the hell?
But
Where did we get invited?
I don't know.
No, I can't say I've gotten deep into YouTube on the music at all. No.
Really?
Do you listen to?
I listen to the classics. I don't listen to the new radio. So if I'm going to pull something up, I'll listen on one of the streaming services. But to the old, whether it's classic rock or anything from the 90s, I guess that's my era.
Like I listen to music most of the day. I'd rather listen to music than.
You are retired and your kids are out of the house. This guy still has like responsibilities. And
Well, I wouldn't say responsibilities, but
this is
no, I don't like silence at home though.
we can edit that out, right? So what do you put on for background? You put talk radio on, or do you put?
I like talk radio, but if the kids are around, I'm not going to have talk radio. I'm not going to play podcasts because one, they don't need to listen to it. Oh, we found another. Yep.
He's just whatever. Oh hey oh, you shy much?
He's getting very friendly.
That's
He's coming around.
the meatball one. Yeah, there's. Oh my God, we're being overrun. I am gonna go on a killing spree tomorrow.
But you brought up kids in the background. I listen to music, but there's no cussing or anything bad.
No, nothing in the classic rock. So I'll play the classic rock. I'll put that on. For a while, it was country. I didn't grow up listening to country. I usually don't choose it, but I would put it on because I didn't have to think about what they're going to say. That's going to bother the kids because I also like listening to maybe some of the older rap music, and I can't play any of that around the kids now, or I couldn't. They're getting old enough now where it's not a problem. They like Beastie Boys and some of it. But my son is really into some of the classic rock, Metallica, AC/DC.
No kidding.
Wow.
Loves that stuff. So we
Well,
play that a lot now.
he's a long hair, so that fits.
Yep, we got
Is that-
Nirvana going,
Do you-
some of the 90s grunge.
Do
Going
you-
back to Beastie Boys, is that classified as rap?
Fuck no.
No, that'd be
Kind of.
rock.
Yeah, it's
Charlie,
mixed.
he's gonna bite you. He's like right there.
Yeah, he's like 6 inches from my foot.
We have.
Wow. Yeah, the rodent's right
I think at this
underneath
point,
Charlie's
well, I don't know what
chair.
you're going to do with it. You can throw them in the garbage, I guess. He'll probably. Yeah. Oh, it's a different one. They're like little mongooses. They can either get long and skinny or like a little short. Like maybe there's only one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie to myself and say there's only one. I bet there is a minimum 3 down here.
There's definitely more than
But
one.
there's our guy. Oh, what's he gonna do? Hey,
But if I,
you want to be on a podcast?
You know what he's waiting for is that we always have snacks down here.
Oh,
Pretzels and...
we would have seen that guy before. Do you think?
You know, maybe because you and I are blind,
Yeah.
Charlie finally has some eyesight.
Jesus Christ.
And he goes, look at
I
that.
felt like I felt something on my foot. That's not good.
We're probably living with him for 15 episodes.
It's up on my shoulder. Hey, how's it going?
he got close, that's true.
It's like cleaning Mark's teeth, like a
Wow.
the bird. Well, no, like hippopotamuses. They'll let little birds come in and clean their orify.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
What were we talking about?
We were doing
Charlie.
music, Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys.
Yep.
It did cross over a little bit, but they really didn't have rap like Linkin Park had rap and stuff like that.
It was rap rock. Linkin Park is like the newer age version. Some similar stuff, but they were more rock. Then the Beastie Boys were more rap than Linkin Park.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
No, like Sabotage is not.
I can think of like they would whatever scratch records in that, but I never.
Sabotage, you wouldn't.
No, that was more of a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great tune,
Right.
too. I just love that.
And you
Don't
you
Sleep
did
Till
a-
Brooklyn. My kids love Brass Monkey. And the music
It's
video
catchy.
for that. Yeah.
Everything they sang was pretty catchy.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys didn't. You know what was great about them is they just made their own. Nobody sounded like the Beastie Boys until the Beastie Boys.
Right.
The Beastie Boys. You did a Rage Against the Machine reference. What was
Yeah,
it?
big
If
Rage.
you want to do it to tell you.
Fuck you. I won't do what you tell me.
My kid was in a short-lived or only situational Rage Against the Cover Machine cover band. Did I say Rage Against?
You did.
I think I said cover too many times. Anyway, this will be good. Anyway, it was called Bung Track, and that was one of the songs they would play. But it was like you'd be different, a bunch of guys from different bands. So like if they were on the same bill, the encore band would be Bung Track, and they would just dick around.
Like
they had fun with that, but they sounded good. It's
Bunghole
not that-
Surfers.
It's not that hard of. I heard you. I'm not gonna grace that with the. There's a word for that.
That was a band, the Butthole Surfers.
He said the Bunghole Surfers.
Well, he
though.
was close.
He was trying to be a
He
wordsmith.
was putting it together, yeah.
Butthole Surfers, I can only think of one song, but it's a great song. What's it called? I don't know what I've been told.
But they have
You know the
some
name of that
other
song?
stuff.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm blanking. I know.
My Wave. I know what you. They had a big hit, but it was also
one big hit.
My Wave, My Beach, Get Out.
What are you stroking out, man?
I don't think
it's like
that's
your
what it
brain
is.
is just popping up.
No, that's from their first album.
Hey, I want to talk about. You guys ever heard of the Meat Puppets? Meat Puppets are an example of a band. If you take 2 of their records or discs, one is called Too High to Die, not a bad song on it, and the other one's called Huevos, and there's not a good song on it. So anyway, Meat Puppets fans, bring it. TheAscertainers at gmail.com. What is it called? It's got some long name.
I have no idea.
Charlie.
Oh.
Butthole Surfers, you got that one?
Pepper. I think it's Pepper.
It's got
It
a
is
long
Pepper.
name. Like it's got a long name.
I know. That's
Pepper.
not what I. That's not what I was
What's
thinking
that?
of.
5 letters? 6 letters?
Right.
That's a long name, kind of.
From the album Electric Claryland.
Electric Larryland. That's a takeoff of Jimi Hendrix' Electric Ladyland. For the old people. Oh, no one's guessed Hendrix. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to run over to the thing here. You guys are both looking at your phones, though, so I feel like
Well, I had to look up
I have
the
to,
Butthole
have to
Surfers.
carry it.
It's been a while.
I appreciate that. That, my back's getting sore whenever Mark needs something looked up. I'm always the one that has to do it.
Oh. Well, we looked up lime in a coconut tonight also at Eating Out in...
Do you remember that song?
Yeah.
You put the lime in the coconut.
Oh, and then...
And that was at Nielsen, wasn't it?
It was. Just like...
Nielsen and Donovan are like right out of the same cloth and the same era.
Right, and I brought them up, but Nielsen kind of went nutso at the end there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was...
Not so. I don't think that's a politically correct term anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's just nuts.
Toys in the attic, bars in the windows.
There's that place in St.
something
Peter
like
for you.
that.
Bats in the belfries. Mice in the basement. Those aren't mice. I've seen mice. Those are some kind of fucking mutant rodent in my basement.
Yeah. So the wife and I were listening to, she brought up Hooked on a Feeling, like you brought up Blue Suede a long time ago, a couple episodes ago. And I looked up the lyrics because we were singing it, and I wanted to get it right.
I can tell you the lyrics right now. I just got this feeling deep inside my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another glass of wine. Oh, the good love. Da-da-da, keep it up to girl, you turn me on.
But it's the second one where he goes, which kind of made me laugh. Got a bug from you. Don't need no cure.
Oh no! Oh no! That's because why bother looking for the herpes cure?
They don't have a cure for the bug.
I was thinking, wow, that's just not right in this day and age. I got a bug from you. I don't need the cure.
Wow. Speaking of which, does this look infected? No? Okay.
Well, we'll go over to the radio, and I'll talk to our guests a little bit more.
All right, so last one was Pat Benatar.
So are you a lyrics guy or more of a music?
More of the music. Yeah,
Right.
I think there's not many songs on the radio that I don't know half of, but there's not many songs that I know all of from a lyric standpoint.
Are you a singer in the car when you're driving?
If I'm by myself or if I'm trying to annoy the kids, yeah, I'll do that for sure. Yep.
Well, good. So what other...
Van Halen!
Oh, we're on the board.
I think. Hang on. It's Van Hagar. I'll wait.
Oh.
No, that's David Lee. I'll wait till your love comes. We got a winner.
I think
I'm so happy.
Can you do me a favor?
Chuck, give me some.
9-1. Oh, I have it ready.
Dial 9-1 and give me the skin, buddy. We got a winner. God, can we retire this damn game now or
I'll
not?
put some big shotgun shells out there with the bands I picked. I wasn't picking one-hit wonders.
There it is.
No butthole surfers on the list.
But you were talking about country, that you didn't grow up country,
No, not
but
at all.
you...
I listened to it when the kids were younger because what I wanted to listen to, whether it's podcast, talk radio, I listen to a lot of talk radio now.
But you came across like you thought it was simplistic.
I thought the lyrics wouldn't cause any questions from the kids that I have to entertain.
I get what you're talking about, but they probably got dumber.
Yeah.
Sorry, modern country.
It's not
infuriating.
It's pop. Great. It's not really modern country anymore.
Compared to like the George Jones and the songs were flat out depressing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
even through the 90s, I think, compared to the country today is different.
Yeah, like the CMAs are like, really?
Yeah, country music back then, they lived more of a rock and roll lifestyle than the rock and rollers did.
Yeah.
Boy, they were...
It's pop and country right now. It all blends together.
They drank a lot of whiskey, probably took a lot of pills, and Johnny Cash.
They did.
Hank Williams, Hank Jr.
Yeah, they all did it up hard.
Yeah, some of the songs are good, though. How Willie Nelson is at it.
Yes.
I mean, we're literally on borrowed time with Willie Nelson. I never saw him live. I don't want to see him live now because it's like that's not really Willie Nelson, right?
So who haven't you seen live that you?
Oh, I have seen so few.
I've
seen
a lot of.
I've seen Rush like 12 times, but then other than that, I mean, I've never seen the Dead, never saw Boston, never saw Zeppelin, never saw Skinner. I mean, just. But I have shitty eyes, so if I'm not like right up close, I might as well just listen to it in my car, and have somebody blow secondhand smoke to myself.
Well, that brings up another thing that about, some people like more of a live sound than a studio sound. So we can go across and...
There are some bands...
What do you like more?
I like a band that's tight live, but I don't want it to sound just like their record. To me, apparently that was the Cars kind of the knock on the Cars, is that they were screwed to the stage and they would duplicate the record. They wouldn't talk between songs.
No,
they would just do and it's like, well, that's good, I guess, but I like a Van Halen that would run around and light shit on fire. Kiss would be a good example,
because David Lee Roth was so, and he's a great dancer. He was so engaging.
Oh my God! I don't doubt that he's engaging. He just looks like he's got a problem. Looks like his shorts don't fit right.
I guess just because he was wearing Zubas, that we kind of locked eyes and we said,
"That's probably the year you bought the pair you've been wearing." So I saw I think I've said this before. I saw Def Leppard when they were, it was the Photograph record. I don't think that's the name of the album. But anyway, their first big, they had like one KQ song, but then they came out with Photograph and the Under Glieden Glauden Gluben song, Rock of Ages. I like it better when I say it. Anyway, and they warmed up they opened up for Billy Squier. And they were like on 11 as far as intensity, and they were playing like it was their last show. And Billy Squier was playing like it was his 30th out of 50. He just was, and he was pissed, actually. He was agitated that the crowd was not reacting to him like they did to Def Leppard. And that was probably, I would assume that's...
But this was maybe more in your wheelhouse. I'm talking to our guest tonight. Korn, I heard they are just...
They put on a show, yeah.
Yes, they are not a great studio band, but if you see them live, you are going to be a Korn fan.
Yeah, they will get the whole arena going, yes. Loud, crazy, but
how do you say they're a bad studio band, though?
Well, they don't have...
Are you saying they're better live than their...
Well, their music isn't catchy on the radio. You go, oh, I got to listen to that Korn song. But if you see them in...
You'll sit and watch. If you're going to, like, one of the shows that have the multiple stages, you're saying... You'll stop and watch Korn, but if it's on the radio, you're not going to stop and...
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So they
Yeah, they can put on a show.
Is that like Freak on a Leash? Is that Korn or is that Slipknot?
Like
a Freak on a Leash. Who did like the Pink Floyd stuff? Was that Korn? Like they covered like The Wall. Slipknot's from Iowa. I think that I know.
Yes.
Sure. Oh, there's our buddy. God damn you, fucker! And he's just taunting us. Is he moonwalking?
He's just toying with us.
He's like rolled up in a ball. Like they're not going to do nothing.
Are you a big Charles? Are you
Korn
big
did Freak on a Leash, yeah.
Concert goer or
no?
were
Not
you
lately. I was never a big concert goer. I've been to 20 concerts live. I've seen rap. I've seen Elton John in concert. I've seen
what year?
C. Miller. Elton John 10 years ago. So one of his third or fourth.
Did he still have his voice, or was
yeah,
it
he was
starting
very
to
well.
go?
Yep. Saw James Taylor in concert. If we're gonna slow it down a little bit.
My wife hates James Taylor, and I love James Taylor.
I love James Taylor. Secret time. Me and my roommate in college, like freshman year in college, we would
experimented.
Well,
no, go ahead.
We would listen to James Taylor or Mark Cohn and fall asleep to it.
Mark
Cohn.
Mark
like
Cohn?
Walking in Memphis.
Yeah.
Or Silver Thunderbird. Yeah.
He's country James Taylor.
Yeah.
Is that close?
I would not country. I wouldn't put him in the country.
I guess the only Walking in Memphis is the only one I know.
Oh, you don't know Silver Thunderbird? That's a great song.
I don't.
That's a great song.
I think he's credited as a great songwriter, like a good lyrics.
Does he write for other people also?
I'm sure.
I would say probably not. Maybe he did grow going into it, but
he's so big he plays at the Minnesota Zoo Amphitheater, or used to be part of the Zoo music series.
Mark Cohn?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They stopped it for a couple of years because of COVID.
Have you been to any of those shows?
I saw Boys to Men at the Minnesota Zoo.
Oh my gosh! You have a real.
You are a boy band.
He's loyal.
I chose to go to Boys to Men. I chose to go with the girls to the Backstreet Boys.
So there's a difference between Backstreet Boys and Boys to Men?
In my mind, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know,
hey,
we're really breaking musical ground here.
We're talking to
you guys normally.
We're talking to royalty. This guy got Van Halen right, and he's a professional broadcaster, and he is the first guy to see the thing the mouse that we've seen like 15 times each.
Yeah,
but
just the one mouse.
The amphitheater at the zoo is the best place to see a concert.
Well, let's go sometime. You've seen the Grateful Dead guy there?
Yeah, Dark Star Orchestra 4 times at the zoo, and then I went with our other person,
Big Head
Audie
Todd?
T. Yeah, Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
He loves Big Head Todd.
Nice, yeah.
They were a little too loud, and I didn't bring earplugs, but
serious?
Oh, they were
Big Head Todd. I think Big Head Todd.
I think a couple of the animals died during that.
So Audie A got to play Summerfest one year.
Oh, in Milwaukee?
Yeah, and it was hilarious. They were on they were the first. They opened. Yeah. And it's like 11 in the morning or whatever, and they're playing the Briggs and Stratton stage. The 38th Special was playing on that night. Yeah. Well, this is a 3-piece. And it's like there's a lot of kind of it's like it's not amphitheater-y, but there's like some benches and it opens up to nothing. Like just standing room or whatever. Might have been 30 people there for it, and they're
Wow.
It was funny. And they weren't expecting like, oh yeah, everyone gets security because I don't want anyone rushing the stage or anything like that. But so it's like, yeah, you get to play Summerfest. Yeah, Briggs and Stratton stage. Wow. Anybody go?
Not Milwaukee too. I've been to Summerfest. It's the REO Speedwagon there and a handful of other bands.
Nice. REO is going to be what's going to be on next, I think.
So
But
how
we really
often
don't-
do your significant others go with you to concerts? Not including family concerts.
So, no, not to watch the kid.
My significant other, not including family, so not my wife.
Yeah, your mistress. No. No, because you have...
I haven't been to, we saw Roger Klein the Peacemakers, I think a year ago, or no, it was last year on like July 5th.
Okay.
They played 7th Street. Do you believe that? I mean, it was sold out. I mean, it was packed in there, but it was a good show.
I don't think I go to many concerts without her, but we also don't go to a lot of concerts. So there's been a couple that I've been to without her, but certainly not in the past 15 years.
Do you want to tell us one that you went to with yours?
Last time she went to a concert was Jerry Garcia Band at the Metrodome in the 90s.
I thought you were going to say Backstreet Boys. And I wouldn't have been surprised at all. So
No, Justin Timberlake.
JT, I love Justin Timberlake. There are certain people that are entertainers, my friend, and I have no shame in this. And I will say that if I look at Lady Gaga, if I look at Bruno Mars,
I was going to mention Bruno Mars.
I look at Justin Timberlake, they're entertainers, and it doesn't matter what they're doing, they will entertain. They could be acting, they could be singing, they could be dancing.
Yeah, he did a hell of a halftime show here at the Super Bowl and did the Prince rendition.
Timberlake, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bruno Mars did that awesome.
Yeah, his was good.
I thought his was great.
do you know where in Minnesota you have a high likelihood of running into Justin Timberlake?
My house?
Ely.
Oh, that's where Jessica Biel's from?
Yeah.
I have a guy I went to college with, went camping with Jessica Biel. So, there you go.
Ooh, I would rather heard Timberlake. It's like, are you guys sore? No? Not me.
Is
Just me then, huh?
Justin Timberlake another one that if he walks in the door and picks a room, he's on the
Is he on the list? He'd be like on the alternate list. I mean, I'm not like that enthralled, but I mean JT live? Come on.
Sorry,
why not?
JT.
JT, just call me. Just return my texts, okay? I won't be ignored. What movie is that from? Do you remember?
I don't.
Fatal Attraction. It's a good uncomfortable. I think they remade it too. Like, why the fuck do you need to remake that?
Everything gets remade.
I know. There's no original movie. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, Braveheart.
Mark? Oh God, I'm scared. Fucking Civil War. Adam and Eve. What are you gonna go?
Gone with the Wind.
That one, the Great Train Robbery. The one
Coming right to you.
Oh, good fucking Lord! This thing is taunting me now.
He's behind you, by the guitars.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, fuck off. Anyway, he has ears.
Well,
Didn't he kind of
they all
little?
have
I think that's a
ears.
shrew, actually.
Oh,
Is it true?
That
thing needs to be tamed.
Shakespeare. Man, you're so learned.
I am very, very Shakespearean, I guess.
I would say, it used to be the Blade Runner. It's not a trilogy. It's a two.
How many are there?
Two.
Duology?
Blade Runner and then 2049 Blade Runner.
Okay.
With another one of your, I think,
Harrison Ford?
Harrison Ford and who's the guy in the new Barbie?
Fuck if I know.
He's Ken in Barbie.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, the Gaz is...
See, we talked about this.
The Gaz is... Sorry, JT, but you will be holding the door for Rye Guy.
So, have you seen the Blade Runner 2049?
I haven't seen the new one, no.
Have you seen the old one?
should.
Yes, but it's been a long time.
Was that Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
So Harrison Ford was on, and this just came out. I just saw it for the first time this week, but I've seen it like 3 times. He is on a Conan podcast. It's just a radio one, but they kind of just showed up or just put out like the video part of it. But Harrison Ford dropping F-bombs like crazy. He was so good. He was just messing with Conan. I mean, it was...
Well, it had to be recent because he's promoting the new movie.
It's so out of character for me anyway. I would expect him to be on and be kind of a dud, kind of like an old royalty guy or whatever. But he's like, He goes, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's like, really
Just
going for it.
Just don't go flying with him.
Oh.
Why?
He's crashed.
Yeah, it crashed multiple times. Right?
Yeah.
Really?
He's crashed his airplane twice and his helicopter once.
I'm not sure how Mark knows this much about planes, but Mark has a very strong opinion on Mr. Denver, comma John.
It just flipped the switch. That's all you have to
Apparently,
do.
his plane had
two
a full
fuel
tank
tanks.
of gas.
Oh.
That one of them didn't quite get access to.
Exit, yeah.
It was a new airplane to him, and he forgot to flip.
He was flying it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know how he died, but I didn't.
He had, he was a very good pilot, I think, but he just got a new airplane that had dual tanks. But you have to manually flip the switch to feed the fuel, and he forgot to do it.
For a dishwasher,
Whoops.
you do know a lot about planes. I think.
Thank you.
By that. When will we be able to find out where you wash dishes?
August 31st.
Ooh, countdown is coming. But then you'll be like,
What are you going to do with all your time?
he's doing it.
I'm already, but I'm semi. Would you call it? I'm
When
a
I think-
semi.
when
I'm
I
like a
think semi.
transformer.
I think about what I am right now with Charlie's
Well, I was-
bare feet.
I was thinking more Transformers, like changing into
Okay.
from a semi. But you went dirty as usual.
I think you just got
Naughty. As I
In my mind, you went dirty. You got dirtier. The fucking mechanics and shit in there. What do we got, Newts? We have talked about Newts yet? I don't think we have.
I'm not.
Although I can put it, if you don't want to do it, I can put in your official Newts promo anytime in the
Cool.
podcast.
Let's try this. I'm going to test your editing skills. So
See how smoothly it gets
we want to.
inserted.
We just wouldn't be here without the support of our fine local business, Newts in Apple Valley.
All right.
Do I have to be quiet for 30 seconds?
No, and then
So just go there. All right. Hey, Newts. Newts is Apple Valley's premier ice cold beer, fresh pop popcorn, and delicious burger bar. You should go there because they have a very friendly and kind of fun staff. And classic rock will be playing on the overhead speakers, sports will be on the TVs, and they have pull tabs. So I can't think of another reason why you wouldn't want to go to Newt. So get there, and when you go there, tell them the Ascertainers sent you.
and we're back.
I think that was way easier than if I just did the thing.
Well, we'll find out. We're
We
learning.
will. You know what though? I think they're only going to give us like
This was all Charles' idea to do this way. So if it bombs,
Charles.
we can-
Is that Charles?
yeah.
Charles. Is Charles in charge? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever get that? I'm fucking to be mad.
I don't get Charles much. I get Chuck once in a while.
Chuck, Charles, Charlie. Okay.
What do you like,
Charlie.
Charlie?
Are you a
I'll stick
Not
with that.
asshole or,
dickhead,
yeah,
Charlie?
dickhead, yeah.
Was Charles bad?
No, I didn't get called that by Mom when I was in trouble.
Oh well,
I got
you
yelled
are.
at. I got yelled at a lot, but
Well, you were in trouble there, so that's why I used it.
Are you a junior?
no.
So you're doing Charlie. Do you know why they picked that or no? This
My
is
dad was in Vietnam.
as a oh my god, as a music podcast, I think it's important we talk about your fucking family tree over
Or
there.
did you come out
Your
with?
dad was in Nam.
Yeah, he was. That's not why I was named
That's
Charlie.
that's kind
I
of
think there's a grandpa.
funny.
There's a great grandpa somewhere. I think, but
where?
but I thought I had to say that.
Where was he at? Do you know?
can't say.
He was there for a year. I couldn't tell you. We've talked a lot about it, but I couldn't tell you what part of the country because I don't know the details.
But he was in country.
Oh yeah, for a year. Yep.
Mark,
Wow.
you know an awful lot about being in country. Is that because you're that old? His dad's not much older than us.
Yeah,
That is frightening.
his, dad,
Oh, no.
his dad's probably 62.
He's oh no, he's late 70s.
Yeah.
There you
Army?
go. Army. Yep.
Drafted?
Volunteered.
Nice. Good deal. Like I said, I met your dad. Seemed like a cool dude. We built that.
Well,
we
hats
built-
off to your dad.
We were
Yeah,
we were
great guy.
involved in a shed raising.
We did.
Is
raise
that
the
shed still hanging in?
It is. It's still standing strong. It's a spider haven, but
Oh.
it's standing and doing its job.
Do spiders like mice? Can
We could probably put
chuck
the
a couple mice
shrews in there to take care of the
I think
spiders.
a python. If I got a python, that would they eat.
Solve all your problems.
I don't need any more of these mother effing snakes in my mother effing house. Okay, what I mean, seriously, we're in episode 2. We talk music, we talk concerts. We got hail damage this week. That's kind of not very fun.
That was fun.
We have to get at each other's weak spots right now. That's what the people want. They want to know, Charlie, who do you hate in the neighborhood?
Oh, who do I hate?
Yeah.
Do they live in my house or do they not live in my house?
Wow.
I think we're good. Okay, good
Hey,
night. Good night, everybody.
What's the word? What does Dave Chappelle say? If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
Hate. Yeah, that's what, what was his name?
Clayton Bigsby.
Bixby. Yes. Yeah, the first Black White Supremacy.
Yeah.
I think,
No,
okay.
I don't hate
So
you.
stand-up comics, I'm a fan. You
Yeah, big fan.
I'm
Yep,
assuming.
we go to more stand-up comics than concerts.
Somebody said a Burt Kreischer. Did you say True
Yeah,
Stories?
yeah.
You know Burt Kreischer?
Yep.
How do you know who Burt Kreischer is?
I
Mark?
don't.
Yeah.
He is a stand-up comedian, and he's unmistakable. Does he still do the shirt thing?
He's the one guy who takes his shirt off before he starts his show.
And he's not in shape. He just
No.
gets up there and he takes his shirt off. And I think that's like,
He started doing it 25 years ago because he was hot and uncomfortable.
Oh, is that
sweating in
what
a
it was?
t-shirt. Yeah. And then it stuck because the crowd gave him a roar, and now he just has to
it's
do
the
it.
ultimate icebreaker. You
Is he
can't-
a big dude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's portly.
Yeah.
Okay, then
he's
I
not
do
like
know.
Ralphie May big, but he's the only guy who takes his shirt off.
I do know who he is then.
He's hairy. He's got a gut. But in most of his stories, good. The first time I ever heard him though was the thing about the Russians on the train.
That's
or
what
whatever.
made him big. Is him and the Russian mob robbed his college classes, the train in Russia. They robbed.
So that's
Right.
the whole.
And then, yeah,
and it's
he
true.
went on a spree with them.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. And they protected him because he was the machine.
Right.
All right, I learned something tonight, but I'll say this: I didn't think it was very funny. Like I was expecting, it was such a long. It was kind of like a John Leguizamo. If you're listening, John Leguizamo, stop listening. I don't want to hear. No, he used to be funny. He used to be a pretty good. Now he tells these stories that are like podcastable. They sound like one of our
they
podcasts.
talk
That's
a lot-
how
yeah.
bad they are.
If you see him live, though, it's not outside of that, which I guess he tells every time because I've seen him once or twice.
Who, Kreischer?
Kreischer.
I like every other Kreischer story.
Oh, yeah. He tells
Oh, my
that because he feels obligated to now, or there's something, but he's hilarious in person.
Yeah, that's like him. He's got to play Stairway, right? I mean, that's Rush has to play Tom Sawyer. He's got to do the.
But I
Russian
mean,
story.
it's an interesting story the first time you hear
The
it.
first time you hear it,
It's like, wow. I could... Falling into that is bizarre.
yeah.
And it's a pretty neat story. That was me with my phone.
That was
I
cool sounding.
Hitting both my beers.
None of that shit gets picked up. There was one episode where I did this, Charlie, where I went and I did the beginning of Iron Man.
Check.
No, I was doing Iron Man. You remember how Iron Man starts with just the bass drum? But this is not picked up at all. And then I do. So it just sounded like silence, and then me trying to sound like that. Yeah. And it was dumb. It was bad. But there was one time when I had a glass of beer. I had some ice in my beer because I was drinking slow. And I did it. It sounded like one of our mice friends. It was kind of.
Yeah.
It was like we had a mascot.
But unfortunately, that was on one of our throwaways.
I'll throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Is
get
that
better.
audio related? I'm sure.
But hats off
No,
to you. We're
content
doing
related.
2 episodes with you, and
we'll see.
we haven't got rid of it. Either one yet.
Content related is why it's like, oh, this is nothing burger, or we were negative or something like that. We try to have a brand that we want to keep to. But I will say this one's slowing down a little bit. I will say Dave Chappelle. I think Dave Chappelle is the most groundbreaking comedian in my entire lifetime, and that includes Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Richard Pryor, everybody else.
Okay, great. We won't say any more.
Next topic.
Yep. I agree.
Jim's laid down the law.
No, but it's just, and in fact, you talked about Ralphie May. I saw a clip literally today. Ralphie May, 20 years talking about the gay pride parade.
Yeah. 20 years
And
ago.
it was like, yeah, you couldn't say that now, Ralphie. Sorry. But everyone's, or I shouldn't say everyone, most people are thinking it, but I like people that can say what's on people's minds, but
Right,
they would be
Chappelle
crucified.
And articulate it the right way. That's what Chappelle does great. Is he can say
Articulate.
anything.
What does
but
that
he can,
mean? Seriously,
But
I've always wanted to
Yeah,
know.
he can make it real to everybody and to relatable.
You know, he had a show on Comedy Central.
Yeah,
I watched
Chappelle
all
show.
of it. I have it at home.
And yeah, but it was out there, it was filmed, and it was almost like, here, this is okay because we already put it on film. It's on TV, so maybe he got away with more than.
They push the boundaries, but that's what comedy is. It's like
I agree.
Yeah, they're going for
I
the joke.
agree.
He's not trying to hurt people, but there is a limit with when you're going to cross the lines and hurt somebody. With
But
the
if you
jokes.
put it out there and have the backing of somebody, do you get away with more just because of that?
Well, I think Comedy Central was generous with their
They were.
measures and standards or whatever they call that. But I'll say this: if he put out any of that, if any comedian tried to put that out, like the
black white supremacists,
the N-word family,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
or the race draft, or stuff like that, it wasn't mean.
you can't do it today.
Yeah, but there's nothing is allowable today.
No. Well,
And
even
it's-
some of The Office, like you can't. Some of those episodes
That's
early
true,
on,
and that was
you
like
couldn't
2000,
write today.
2005, and that's a long time ago now. I mean, that's pushing 20 years old, but
Yep.
20 years old.
Although the Dave Chappelle, I think the funniest parts to me were the Charlie Murphy
Oh yeah, because it's real. Those are real stories.
with the Prince and
and how he did Prince,
yeah,
like how he portrayed Prince.
he was in the same outfit that he was at the bar.
Let's
That guy can ball.
Game blouses. That's fantastic.
Or then what's his name? Cocaine's around.
Rick James.
Yeah,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
those episodes were the best, I think.
What people don't remember is Chappelle literally disappeared for 5 years, maybe
No,
more.
it wasn't 5 years, but it was
He
a while.
went
for
to
sure.
Africa. He
Yeah,
he went
left.
off the grid and just he had a
Well, he broke down.
mental
So
break
much-
or
well, there's
something.
so much
but,
pressure. It's ridiculous.
well, I'll just tell you that.
And the Hollywood nonsense with some of that stuff. Yeah.
But the fact that he came back and the one special he did that got him in trouble for 5 minutes about talking about a demographic that you're not supposed to talk about. I mean, we're not going
Right.
to do it on this. I don't want to get specific like that. But anyway, it was like if you listen to the full context, it's not that bad. But people,
Because
I
he
think,
broke
just,
into the story and had like actual interactions and details and
Yes.
stuff.
Oh, you talking about the drug baby on the corner?
No, I'm talking about the.
That's another good bit. So,
When he's in. Oh, that's from 2 specials before that.
that's old.
When he's in
yeah.
D.C. and he sees a
Yeah.
baby
On the corner
at 2
selling
in the-
drugs.
at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
What is a baby doing out here? I saw Steve Martin live in 1977 when the white suit, banjo playing, arrow in the head. Shit.
Yeah.
That was sweet. In Rochester, he came to Rochester. John Sebastian warmed up. That was someone from your childhood.
Yes.
Or a year older than me. I'd like to find, but he fell for that one.
Yeah,
You ran into that one.
Glenn Miller opened for him, so that was great.
Miller, that's the
Bill Cosby.
Steve's brother. Bill Cosby.
Have you seen Bill Cosby live?
Too soon. What's that?
Have you seen Bill Cosby?
No, but I was passed out.
no.
I was out. But,
Yeah, well,
I saw Bill Cosby at Treasure Island.
Did you really?
Yeah, we went there, me and my wife and a couple friends.
you
It
remember
was pre-kids, so it was 15 years ago.
Okay, so
It
pre-allegations,
was
obviously.
well, pre everything.
honey, you got backstage pass.
Right? Yeah.
I can't go, but go ahead, have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, he just sat in a recliner and told his stories, and he was funny. It wasn't
Oh, he
the
was.
best show, but he was good.
That's
And-
so sad.
So we're at Treasure Island. It's on a reservation, and he was not appropriate about Native Americans. It was awkward at times.
Bill Cosby, really.
Yeah, it was weird. But yeah.
I think he was, what do you call that? That level of arrogance where you know what you did and you can just kind of act above it all. Is that narcissism or arrogance or whatever the fuck that is? I just remember listening to Bill Cosby records when I was a kid. I would fall asleep to him. We had the old turntable where you could put like 3 on, and it would drop one down. Fat Albert started off as a child, and that other one. But and I also had Robin Williams and Steve Martin and tons of Steve Martin.
Yeah.
So anyway, stand-up used to be a thing that people would get dressed up and go walk, go out to see an arena show of, or a theater show of.
Theater, yeah. Now they're doing arenas, some of the big ones, like you said.
I can't even
Chappelle.
imagine. Like Sebastian Maniscalco sold out the Garden for like 5
know.
straight nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I hate to put the kiboshes on everything, but looks like it's time to wrap things up.
It is really already?
Oh, yeah, we're way over
Oh.
our time.
Well, fuck. Hey, Charlie, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you.
We appreciate it. You're a chill dude.
Anytime.
And yeah, well, we might hit you again.
I don't live far.
Don't forget to tell your neighbors to listen to the Ascertainers because you're on it.
All right, everyone. Hope you listen to us again.
Cool. Go to Newt's. Bye.